Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and for today we're gonna be featuring Echeveria Elegans. They are also known as the Mexican snowball, and perhaps they are also known for their unusual na shape. In ancient times, it was believed that this kind of succulent drove away evil spirits. Our elegans are characterized by having these thick, fleshy blue-green to silver-green leaves sa kanya, and they form nga this rosette shape, and from the top, it would look like this. Itong succulent na to has won an award of garden merit from the Royal Horticultural Society. Having this kind of succulent in your collection makes you feel proud na at least you have one succulent na talaga namang award-winning. Our elegans can grow up to 8 inches tall and 12 inches wide in ideal conditions, and if you're looking for a succulent na talaga namang big sizes, then this one is the perfect one for you. Itong ating mga elegans can also be grown outdoors in any container that you have or houseplants all year round. Pero pag ilalagay natin siya indoors, you have to provide it sufficient sunlight, probably under grow lights. As with most succulents, our Mexican snowballs require several hours of bright, direct sunlight each day in order for them to have this compact looking rosette. So mine is located sa ating rain or shine area, and I have noticed na even if nakalagay siya sa ating full sun area, there is really no big difference in terms of changes sa kanyang color, and ito na nga yung kanyang pinaka sunstress na color. I have noticed na this kind of succulent will be giving you this parang pinkish sa kanyang pinaka tips doon sa kanyang parang claw. Ayan no, parang may lines na nandoon, but sa kanyang leaf margins, it won't really be giving you that kind of pink na color. Although, what I have noticed here, parang may whitish siya na outline. So, that's about siguro 5 millimeters. So, lalo na pag sa arawan and it's against the light, the more you would appreciate itong kanyang outlined na color. Itong ating mga elegans also will be giving you some signs if nasobrahan na nga siya ng araw, and I have noticed na itong kanyang mga rosettes would tend to close, talagang pataas siya, magiging ganyan siya if nasosobrahan na siya ng araw, and that's the time I move it to a bright shaded area, and after a couple of days, it would eventually open up again, magiging ganyan na naman siya. Sometimes you also need to understand the needs of our succulents. It doesn't mean na gusto nila ng full sun is that papabayaan na lang natin sila sa full sun. Of course, hindi ganun yung ating scenario. If you have noticed some changes sa kanila like leaf burns or talagang nag-close na nga yung kanyang pinaka-rosette, then that's the time you have to put them in a shadier area. As a desert plant, our elegans enjoy yung ating hot and dry conditions. They are perfect here in the Philippines and sa lowland areas, but they don't want yung ating overly humid conditions, and that's the problem here in the Philippines kasi we also have these very high humidity level. Kaya you have to put them in an area with good circulation or ventilation so that we can keep them healthy. Our Mexican snowballs are known for being drought tolerant, and you should be avoiding to overwater them at all costs. In general, it's best na i-underwater natin sila as compared if they are overwatered. In normal times, I do water them with the interval of 2 weeks, or sometimes umaabot ako ng 1 month depending na kung mabilis mag-dry yung kanilang pinaka-soil. Although you have to consider also na if you will be watering your succulents, you have to make sure na talagang dumediretso siya sa kanyang pinaka-soil, because sometimes may mga succulents tayo na ganito yung kanilang itsura. Look at this. This one is my Mother Elegans. Punong-puno na siya ng offsets, and yung kanyang pot is like this. Mas bigger na nga itong ating elegans as compared dito nga sa kanyang temporary na nursery pot. This one is located sa ating rain or shine area, and even if nadire-diretso yung ulan dito sa Baguio, I'm not worried na ma-overwater siya kasi pag umuulan, ayan, diretso lang yung ulan dyan and it will just flow sa kanyang leaves palabas. So, bihira talaga yung pumapasok sa kanyang pinaka soil. Since our Mexican snowballs are native to Mexico, wherein they are used to this semi-desert habitat, then we have to provide them yung ating sandy or well-draining na soil mix kasi they cannot really tolerate being waterlogged sa kanilang pinaka-soils. Kaya dapat well-draining and mabilis mag-dry yung gagamitin natin na soil mix. So here is a typical loam soil na I'm gonna be using, and this contains some vermicompost sa kanya as its organic fertilizer. Our elegans are also known for their behavior of producing multiple offsets sa kanya. I have here an example. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 na offset sa kanya. And napansin ko nga sa kanila na pag nagkakaroon sila ng offsets, parang pa-spiral yung growth. Usually sa ibang succulents, dito sa pinakababa lang sila tumutubo. But for this, it's really in between sa leaf. So nag-start siya dito, paakyat. Look at that one. So probably magkakaroon siya ng new offsets dito. Then the next offset would be here. And that what happens dito nga sa aking mother na elegans. Before, ganito yung kanyang itsura. But now, naging maliit na nga itong pinaka-rosette niya. Probably if we're gonna be counting these offsets, siguro nasa 20 to 30 na sila. And it will just continuously grow offsets in between its leaf. For this one, we cannot really see the pattern anymore kasi yung iba medyo malalaki na and they are just literally covering each other. May mga bago tayong offsets dyan, and in the next coming days or weeks, new offsets would eventually appear slowly nga pa ganyan. So itong mga ito, yung mga rosettes na to are already big enough to be separated on their own. You can just simply cut doon sa area na yon. So we can just simply remove itong mga old leaves na ito. You can take as many cuttings as you want. Today, I decided to take 2 cuttings sa kanya. Itong mga ito are already big enough, kaya we can just air dry them for a couple of days and we can eventually plant them in their own pot. We will also be repotting itong ating elegans, but before we do that, let's try to remove some of these mga dead leaves na nasa pinakailalim. For sure, talagang madaming dead leaves sa pinakailalim niya kasi tingnan nyo naman, diba, ang dami niyang new offsets. Makikita nyo naman, nakalabas yung kanyang mga stems kaya sobrang dali nilang i-cut dyan. In addition, when handling itong ating mga elegans, mabilis matanggal yung kanilang leaves or kumbaga they are very brittle. Pag nasagi mo siya, mabilis siyang magganyan. Ayan o. So, ito na yung prepare natin na soil mix kanina. And as usual, I'm not gonna be changing yung kanyang pinaka-soil once again. I will just simply put nga the new soil or fresh soil sa pinaka-ilalim and sa gilid and sa top part. Here's our newly potted na elegans. We would be expecting na in just a month, possibly na ma-cover niya na nga itong kanyang pinaka-pot kasi yung ating mga succulents, if they're gonna be potted in a bigger container, the faster yung kanilang growth. I decided not to remove most of its offsets kasi we are trying to achieve yung clump na look. This kind of succulent is not bothered by too many pests. However, we need to check some common pests such as yung ating mga mealybugs, especially na ganito yung ating clumps. And it's very difficult for us to check nga if may mealybug sa pinaka-loob. Kaya you have to check it from time to time. And also, you have to protect it from fungal diseases. Lalo na pag tag-ulan, I use yung ating Turogi Blue na fungicide. And lastly, they are considered non-toxic to humans and pets. However, it is not advisable na kainin sila kasi they are not known to be edible succulents. That's all for our elegans. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.